Hey, it's Tony from 123 Poop It Out. Please subscribe. We're looking at making water kefir, a great probiotic. It's a yummy drink and pretty easy to make. Just takes time once or twice a week. There we go. YouTube won't allow, unless you got 1,000 subscribers, to even put this stuff on the beginning of the video. So please subscribe, so we'll get up to that 1,000. Anyway, so here's what we have. We have our jar of already fermented water kefir. You can see all those nice bubbles there. And you can actually hear them. I'll take the top off. And then this is what we're going to feed it with. So you can see stuff can get a bit mushy. So you should use hard fruit, such as apples, a bit of an unripe pear. You can use like strawberries and stuff, but not really ripe ones. And that will change the color a bit. So after fermenting time depends on how much sugar is in there. So usually it's about 4 or 5 days. So we're going to go through what you do. So you just like scoop this off. You can scoop the fruit right off basically. Now that's gone a bit mushy because I've left it a bit long. The fruit I would just compost, except the lemons or limes and the ginger you can still use. They don't lose their flavor that much. And these guys just go into the compost. And it's great if you can get bottles like these guys here, like the Grosh beer bottles. I sell those, so you can contact me if you want them. And then because that way you can get a secondary fermentation. So when you finish stage 1, try to leave it a little bit sweet, because that means there's still sugar, and then you'll get a secondary fermentation when you put them in here. If not, you could always add a bit of sugar or fruit juice. I don't bother. So you can see lots of these guys, they will grow. It's kind of a test of your water. And if you have chlorinated water, if you let it sit on the counter for a day, it basically gets rid of the chlorine. You should also use a filter like a Brita or something like that. So we're just going to go through all the stages here. And this jar is 1.5 liters. And you can just leave this on the counter. In the summertime, I actually put this jar here, which we're going to fill up now. I put it down in the basement so it's cooler. So, you know, down there it's like, it gets about 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, now sanitation is key, so make sure that you always, well, your kitchen should be the cleanest place in the house actually. I use bleach, just a little dab on my sponge before I start all this. You could maybe use other stuff. Really hot water and soap is good, but I do a lot of fermentation, so I don't want any kind of cross-fermenting, pollinating, whatever the technical term is. Now this stuff here, if you have a septic system, which I have, that is good for feeding the bacteria, so just rinse that off. So now, let's put all these little guys into the compost. Okay, so wash your container. This is fresh hot water, which is a dab of bleach from the sponge. Make sure your hands, of course, were washed well before. Now, when your secondary fermentation, you could always put like I said, fruit juice. You could put fruit. You can do, you know, anything. As long as there's sugar in there, it will ferment the second time. But you don't have to do that. Okay, so we've got these guys washed. So we put the babies back in here. And they are babies, they grow. And you can see that's quite a few. Now the disadvantage of having too many is then you have to keep doing this process quite frequently. So to this, I've cut up some organic apple that I picked down the road. Wash all your stuff. If it's not organic, I would wash it with some soap detergent, like Spanish sopa. Lemon, if you can get them, cut them like this because it exposes the fibers more. The flavor comes out. Some nice ginger cut. I peel it. So there we have some good food for the bacteria. Now the amount of sugar, as you can see, there's so many. I'm not measuring, but for this amount in a 1.5 liter, I would add about half a cup. And this is organic sugar, which is better for you, better for the soil, for the workers. Sugar is not good for the soil, whether it's organic or not, but unfortunately, this is what I'm using. You can also use molasses. Sometimes I'll use that. Maple syrup, honey. I wouldn't use straight molasses. I'd use like about half and half. And that adds more mineral content to it. So blackstrap molasses. That's the only molasses that has any value really. And maple syrup and honey, there's very little nutritional value in them. I've never used honey, I've used maple syrup though. So stir it up. Put your lid back on. Not tight though. Very loose. The other thing you could do, you could always put like a cloth over with elastic. This works well, but keep it fairly, well, it's closed down so bugs can't get in there, but then open it up so the CO2 can come off. So that's it. Please subscribe, 123 Poop It Out. And you can go over to the food site, 123eatmeout.blogspot.com for more great info and recipes. Bye for now.